fancy a realm full of queues.
So hello guys, welcome back to Ctrl.Cmnd.Continue and a special Final Fantasy XIV episode. Last weekend me and Gary went down to London for the Fan Fest, so we're going to talk about that in this video. First of all, we had the opening keynote kind of session speech thing, and Yoshi P well, you didn't know it was Yoshi P at first. It was a mysterious black mage, and then revealed himself with Yoshi P, and then we got quite a lot of announcements. First thing, the EU data centre, so Europe's finally getting its own dedicated data centre, so you can go in Titan, and when you get landslides you won't be standing over there. So hopefully that will reduce lag and stuff, but we don't know when it's going to be. He did say his cash shop is no pay to win, will pay for your EU data centre. A new job, Dark Knight, which won't, he did say won't work like traditional jobs, so you actually start Dark Knight level 1 instead of having to get a class to 30 and all that gubbins. It will be a tank, which Facebook wasn't happy about, but I think it's a good decision. We did think he was going to announce the second job, but they said he was going to leave that for the Japanese Fan Festival, which, if I'm sure, is on December 20th. So got a wee bit of wait for that and what other announcements come from the Japanese Fan Fest. We did get a hint to what the new job would be. He did come out wearing a 007 t-shirt and then was going it's my lovely assistant. He then went on to talk about new beast tribes. Fuck a burps. The first one was called Vanu Vanu, and if you played Final Fantasy XI, there was a beast tribe called Yagudo that were kind of these bird people. They're kind of like them, except they're fat birds, and their primal is Bismarck, which I'm sure was in Final Fantasy VI. I'm sure it was an Esper in that, I can't really remember. But the way he talked about it, I think it will be like Leviathan. He said it will be like a fight in the sky, and he'll slam the airship just like Leviathan slams the boat, and you'll fall off into the abyss probably. So it sounds like a fight kind of similar to Leviathan, but it looked a hell of a lot cooler. The second beast tribe we talked about was the Nath, and these guys were kind of like weird insect alien dudes. They were really kind of creepy looking, but their primal is completely new to the Final Fantasy series, and it's called Ravana. I do know the name from somewhere, but I can't put my finger on it. It's another Square game, but I can't think what one it was. But it was like a huge insect mantis with swords, and it looked pretty beast. Another announcement we got was flying mounts. Now, he did confirm 2 flying mounts that we would have, which would be the Black Chocobo. And he did say like the Black Chocobo is known for flying, but I never knew that. And the other flying mount was like these single rider airship things, which looked really bloody cool. And I'm pretty sure he talked about the FC building airships again. I'm sure that came into it. Now at the fan event we did get a ton of free stuff. First off, we got our little passes, which actually, when you open them up, were like our quest journals. Oh shit. So throughout the fan fest there was like quests and stuff to do, and as you've done quests, you got little stamps for doing certain activities. Like I done archery, Gary done his jewellery making. Is that probably? He made jewellery and perfume which smells suave. But yeah, so you had a treasure hunt as well. You had to find different kind of wee points, and you were given clues like find me with my guild and look on high above the crystal, and you'd find a little pen, you'd get it marked, and then you would go and get your bottom bit stamped, and you'd get a little token and a prize for doing so. So it was all pretty cool. The Americans did get a full, like, journal, but well, they get 3 days, we get 1. So the first thing we done was the Battle Challenge Roulette. And you walked into the room and there was like a big roulette wheel with a big arrow, and you spun it and it would land on a primal, and you'd have to do a challenge, but there was a handicap attached to that challenge. So for example, Garuda, you had to play one-handed with the mouse and you couldn't use the keyboard. Ramu, you had to do it with one healer, no raise or something, or Titan, 1 tank, 1 healer. I can't remember the rest, but they're the ones I can remember. But we got Ramu, no raise, and I died. But we still passed it, so it's alright. And Gary had the one-handed Garuda, which was funny. And someone didn't know what provoke was.
What colours provoke?
What colours provoke? Who knows? Before completing the battle challenge successfully, you did get a free kind of poster. Odin slicing himself by the looks of it. But it's kind of the same thing that's on the next prize. Next thing is the Odin Battle Challenge. Now that was one tense fight. It wasn't really difficult, to be honest. It was just, you had to be on the ball and no one could die because you had a 7-minute timer and they would rage and kill everyone. If you didn't do it within the 7 minutes, you would die. But for successfully completing Odin, which we did, the I Beat Odin t-shirt, and this is what the FanFest was pretty much all about. For successfully completing treasure hunts, you got this little Hildebrand magnet. In your goodie bag, now this is probably the coolest thing that was in your goodie bag, was this, and it was like a kind of portable phone charger, and it came with different leads for like an iPhone 6 and an iPod and Android phones and stuff, and it came fully charged, so if you had problems like myself, or your phone was running out of battery during the FanFest, you just stuck this on, charged your phone, kept it going all day. Really good. This is actually the coolest key thing you got. I really like this. Got this little notebook as well. I haven't actually used it. It's still blank. I don't know if I will use it. I'll use it. The final thing in your goodie bag when you picked it up was this. You get a free t-shirt. London Fan Festival. And on the back there's a little Warrior of Light. The VIP guys had a kind of gold coloured Warrior of Light shirt thing. I personally didn't. I prefer this one, to be honest. The gold was a bit. Everything came lovely in your own Final Fantasy XIV London FanFest mag. One of the other t-shirts that I bought from the merch store was this, my Gaius Van Belstar t-shirt. It's on the back. And yet, it must be saved. Now this t-shirt here, blank on the front, this was one developers had when they were first promoting A Realm Reborn. And then people in the forum said we would really like this t-shirt, so they were selling it at the fan event, the Meteor Survivor polo shirt. I did buy these 2 mogs. I did want to get a Toneberry and a Cactor, but they sold out before we got to the front of the queue. This one unfortunately had a wee accident and the cat got his whiskers, but then he still looks cute, didn't he? And you get a free little post-mobile minion with this one, which I got in game. The Realm Reborn soundtrack is which I didn't actually realise was a Blu-ray. I mean, I thought it was just a CD, but it is actually a Blu-ray, and you get a code for other minion, a Sid Airship Enterprise thing. But this has 119 songs, and I don't know what any of them are called because it's in Japanese. And probably the coolest thing, thank you, was the Final Fantasy XIV art book. Now, I'm not going to go through this, but you can just see kind of how in detail it is, and there's little kind of blurbs from the artist and stuff. It really is quite an amazing book. Very nice. Thanks for joining me in this video about the London FanFest. If you like what you see, please like, favourite and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Take care. I'd like to say thank you to 10 Million Bears and his mates who helped us out in the Odin Battle Challenge. If it wasn't for you,